Hi guys, just a really short video to explain why I'm spending much of my time and energy at the moment to raise awareness amongst the South Asian and predominantly Hindu community about the realities of the dairy industry. I'm hosting part 4 of the Honour the Cow, Give Up Milk campaign in Leicester on the 20th of August at the Leicester Asian Mela. And I continue to try to raise awareness amongst the Hindu community through temples and through the production of leaflets and the organisation of events. I suppose the biggest reason why I'm focusing my time and energy on this area is because ultimately Hinduism prides itself and finds itself sitting very beautifully on the foundations of ahimsa and no harm, compassion and kindness, and on the same hand uses milk for the religious and spiritual practices, as well as the consumption of food, dairy as a food product. And the two do not go hand in hand, particularly in today's modern day dairy industry. I mean, you know, the same milk that Hindus are using in their foods as well as in their religious practices, that milk is coming from a dairy cow that's had to be artificially inseminated over and over again. That's an arm being shoved up her rectum, and that's my fur baby at the back, by the way, having an itch of his nose. An arm being shoved up her rectum, and the semen of the bull inserted into her reproductive tract. I mean, that same milk that we're using for our religious practices to make prasad, to pour onto the shivling, I mean, particularly right now with it being Shravan Maina as well, that same milk is basically being used, you know, offered to the gods as abhishek. That same milk is coming from a cow that's had her calf taken away from her within 1 to 2 days. That calf hasn't even had the chance to drink his or her mother's milk, and instead we're being sold that milk in supermarkets. I mean, this is the reality of the dairy industry, and yet we as Hindus, we pride ourselves in respecting the cow and honouring the cow and calling the cow so lovingly Gomata, the mother cow, and yet we're using the milk that's coming from her suffering. I mean, that's a contradiction. And if we know this and we're still consuming the milk that comes from her suffering, then there's only one word for it, and that's hypocritical. And therefore I'm doing everything I can to raise awareness about the realities of the dairy industry amongst the Hindus, to wake up. Imagine if all the Hindus in the UK alone stopped consuming dairy. Imagine the impact that would have on the dairy industry. Imagine how many cows would not go through the suffering that they are unfortunately and constantly put through over and over again, just to give us their milk, just so we can consume it, just so that we can use it in our religious and spiritual practices. These farmers, they don't revere and respect the cow in which we like to think they do. Those cows are simply a commodity with a clip to the ear and a number on that clip. Once that cow can't produce any more milk, she's sent straight to the slaughterhouse. That's the reality of the dairy industry. If you want to know more, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's Imperfectly Vegan. You can also look me up on Facebook on Imperfectly Vegan. You can send me a message at Dina. Come and find us on the 20th of August. We'll be in Leicester at the Leicester Asian Mela. I'm always happy and willing to share more information. Contact me whenever, and let's together come into alignment with our true core, our true essence, which is of compassion, of no harm, love and kindness. Thanks for watching.